when I'm with him, I try to really be with him. You know, I'm not thinking about the next job or the leaky roof or what's still broken at the factory. Just this moment, because he's growing so fast and I don't want to miss it, any of it. And if you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I live halfway around the globe, as crazy as that is. You know, I live in Poland and I'm taking on this project, this monster project, which is way across oceans, and you know, the epic nature of it is just incredible. And the shoe factory, it's like in the middle of central Illinois, and so when I go, it's not just this quick commute. It's planes, it's time zones, it's weeks away, and it's never easy. Most of the other parents I know, the parents of Sammy's friends, you know, they work regular 9-to-5 jobs. Dad comes home and he sees his kid for dinner, maybe a book at bedtime, and then it's all over it. You know, it starts all over the next day. And I get that. I've lived that. But now, when I'm home, I get him all day, every minute, sun up to sundown. Every question, every giggle, every made-up dinosaur fact, all the things that I can't even understand because he's speaking toddler, I'm there for it. And the trade-off, it's that all the time I'm away is packed into these kind of long, exhausting stretches. I don't punch a clock. I'm just, you know, knocking down walls, patching leaks, dragging out decades and decades of trash. Who knows what's in there? And some days it's like 100 degrees, and some days it feels like I'm not getting anywhere. But that's the thing about this place, you have to be relentless, and I just keep showing up because every week that I spend there earns me months of real time back home with him. So I'm not restoring this place only because I love old buildings. I'm restoring it because I want to build something that lasts. Something my son can walk through someday. Something I can be proud of. And he can be proud of me. And we'll walk through this place together and he'll ask, what's that old elevator? What did it used to do? And I'll point out the spots where the roof caved in and the brick was crumbling and all the stuff that we fixed. And, you know, I'll tell him what it took and how tired I was, how close I, came to just giving up, and why I didn't. Because this place isn't just about saving a building, it's about building a life with meaning, one that gives me time and space and the freedom to be together with family. I started this channel way back in the early days. I mentioned that I never imagined that it would get the traction and attract the viewership that it has. I was just making this to show Sam someday what a crazy dad he had, and to kind of document this process and let him get to know me or what I was like, because I had him at 50, and we don't have guarantees in this life, and so that's why I was making the videos. And since then it's evolved into something so much more. And in addition to being proud of the building, I'm also proud of this YouTube and the body of videos that he'll be able to watch someday. And it's been pretty amazing. But most importantly, it allows me to be home with him where I don't miss a second. And that's the whole point.
Okay guys, so I'm actually at this moment in the video coming to you from Poland, and it's blazing hot out here. It's summer sun, and he wants to wear a wool cap, but baby gets what baby wants. So go play, bud. I gotta do something real quick. So that was a non-typical intro for my videos, and we have a lot of stuff for this episode about work that's going on in the building and progress, and but I just wanted to tell you about something that Bob and I came across that kind of helps that situation, that kind of anxiety that I feel all the time, and actually pain when I'm gone. And I don't respond to like 99% of the companies that reach out to do sponsored videos. I mean, I do just have like a humble channel, but a lot of companies reach out to get a lot of emails, and I would say probably at least 4 or 5 a day we get, believe it or not. And occasionally a company reaches out that has something that can really help us, you know, because this channel is about the story. It's not about selling you guys anything. But when a company reaches out that can like move the needle for us or helps us solve a problem, I am super happy to check it out and see if it has a place in our story to share with you guys. So we found something really cool. And here it is. So it's called a Poclink, and I guess it's like a new technology, or at least a brand new product to the market, and it's actually really cool. Check this out. It's basically a push-to-talk device, almost like a walkie-talkie, and it works anywhere in the world. So I can talk to Sammy anytime I want to with a push of the button. So we're gonna put it through its paces today. I'm the kind of guy that has the ability to test it while traveling. I can test it in lots of different countries, and we're just gonna give it a shot. So the way it works is it works on cellular instead of like shortwave radio. So whatever country you're in, it scans all of the cellular networks around and connects to the cellular service. And it's really cool because even if cellular is down, it can get on the emergency, the weather network. So like if there's a hurricane or whatever, this is still your ticket. But the reason I love it is because I can talk to my son when I'm traveling. I can just push it and say, "How you doing, baby?" And he's right there. So, which is, you know, super cool for me. And I know that most of my audience that watch this channel are older. And I was just thinking like, this could be really cool for grandkids, for grandparents, you know, because they sell them in like 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, you know, different numbers. The first year of service on them is completely free. It comes with the purchase. And then after that, it's like $50 per year, unlimited use. So it's really cool. And it's kind of like a hardware version of a Facebook Messenger chat group. So on these things, depending on how many you have, you can just set up groups. So like if I had kids and grandkids, I could put my kids on one group. I could put my grandkids on a different group. And then whenever I push the button, it only goes out to that group. And then you can set up as many groups as you want. And that way you can kind of control who's hearing what. And yeah, it's the bomb for me. Another thing I wanted to mention was this actually solves a different problem for me. And this is kind of maybe a unique use for this product that it wasn't designed for, but for the Charleston Brown Shoe Company building, it's pretty amazing. So I think it must have been like a year, maybe a year and a half ago, I did a whole video where I put speakers up in the building. And, you know, they have Ring cameras where you can see when the kids are breaking in. And through a Ring camera, you can talk to them and say, "Hey, you better get out of here," or whatever. Well, I didn't really find an affordable solution for me because I have so many cameras and I want it like kind of broadcast everywhere where it was audible, and the Ring cameras just kind of don't do that. So what I did was I got like a Amazon home type computer thing. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, like a Echo or whatever it was. So it connects to Bluetooth, and I would get the alert from the camera system. I'd be over in Poland, I get a little text message, "Hey, somebody's in the building." Get on, look, and can see them. But I had to trust that Bluetooth connection. And when I'm over here for a month, sometimes that Bluetooth connection would disconnect, and then I wasn't there to like reconnect it, and it just wasn't working. But these things have like a little audio jack in them. So what I can do is just run an audio cable out of this into my speaker system. And then when I get the text message that the little rugrats are running around Scooby-Dooing in the building and doing stuff they're not supposed to do, damaging stuff, which is like a running theme on this channel, I can just get on there and say, "You better get your tails out of there," or, you know, say something to terrify them. Terrify them. And that solves a second problem for me at the building. So if somebody had like some remote cabin or something like that, and they wanted to be able to broadcast around anything that they wanted to, I don't know, call the chickens in, whatever. This could be a pretty neat little solution. So anyway, we're going to put it through its tests. We're going to put it through its paces and test it. Spoiler alert, sometimes you get like products that look like they're going to work and they could be the perfect solution, but they're just not it, you know, once you get it. This thing, I'm going to show you the footage, works amazingly. It works perfect. And I wouldn't say that if it didn't. So I was so happy. I was able to call from different airports. I've been able to contact Bob in the States. You know, I can communicate with the baby, and my building is safe. So check this out.
Goes. Hey Bob, can you hear me?
Like you're sitting next door.
I'm in Frankfurt, Germany at the airport.
That's absolutely crazy.
It doesn't seem like there's any delay or anything.
I'm pretty impressed.
I had to turn it down because I had the volume. Everybody's looking at me.
Awesome. Well, I have a washer and dryer in the back of my truck.
You mean we're going to be able to wash work clothes?
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, because I'm recording this conversation, so hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, what are you kids doing in there?
Whoa. I don't know if that sounds like a ghost. Hey, you little rugrat.
Get out of there. Get on out, boys.
You little rugrat, get out. I'm gonna call your mama.
Say hi.
Hey.
Hi, Sam. Sam, how are you, buddy?
Isn't that great? I love it. So if you're interested in those, there's a link in the description. They said they'd give everybody a 10% discount, and they also kick a little bit back to us at the channel to help save this building. So one more little tiny piece of housekeeping before we get to all the progress and the work that's been going on at the building, which I know you guys, that's why you're here. Our auction is actually active at the moment. So as you know, we're raising money to do the parking lot, which we need to get the building up to code, and also to fix the roof, which basically saves the building and the project and the channel and everything. So the auction is up and running, and there's a whole, like I say, over half the stuff has like a $1 or a $2 bid. So if you guys want to support us, I invite you to check that out. The links to the product and also the auction are below. And yeah, so that's it. Let's check out what's been actually going on at the building now. Okay, so what do you guys think? It's really coming along, isn't it? We've got all the trim done. We're about to paint, but one thing we want to do is take these doors down because we want to, at a minimum, bring them back to a bare wood finish. We might end up repainting them, but it's just got so many layers of paint and stuff off that we feel like if we take them down and refinish them, that work is really going to show. So this is like the first impression area, so we're going to spend a little more effort on that. But gosh darn it, this place is, I should do like a little flashback to the way this looked at the very beginning, because it was pure chaos. The project that I'll be tackling today is the main entrance to the building, and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. I at one point had pulled paneling just like this off of this wall and all the way around there, and all those windows were all boarded up. Come off okay?
This one did. This one doesn't have the set screw.
But it is a set screw because it pinches.
Try it.
It's gonna work. Okay. I bet you work. Hey, one thing I've learned about this building is all the stuff that's really old works.
Yeah. Well, I'm really old and that's still working.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So that screw basically pinches this in.
Was that what you were referring to?
Yeah, it's like a clamping force, right, on this. As you screw it in, this thing closes on that little knob. Hey, the old stuff works. The old stuff works.
It works. It just works a little slower.
There you go. Tap, 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 little taparoo.
Tap, tap.
Got it. Can you get that side? Oh my gosh, this thing is...
I know.
Whoa. Well, how are we gonna do this?
Carefully.
Can you back up in there? And then I'll come through here. One down, one to go. Opens that space up. This place is starting to look pretty good, man. I gotta say.
Even if you do say so yourself, right?
Even if I do say so myself. This green, this dark green's gotta go, though.
Yeah.
We got something called Queen Anne yellow, which is like a real subtle yellow, even a little bit lighter than this. And because I don't mind that at all, I think that looks great in terms of like character for the brick wall. And then all of this stuff is gonna be painted, and then it'll look like it kind of all goes together. So it's like, it's yellow, but it's industrial because it's a really unsaturated kind of a color. So wouldn't even qualify as pastel, I don't think. It's so unsaturated. Is there nails in the wall, in the brick?
Yeah.
Eeh.
They gotta go.
They gotta come out. So we have a workhorse around here that you guys haven't ever met. Lots of characters move in and out of this story, but this is one that's really been playing a big role for us lately. We have the electric e-bike, which we're not using in the building because there's too many nails and stuff. But what's the story on this one, Bob?
My son, he deals in rental property, works for a big company, and stuff gets left behind all the time when people move away. So they left this, and he asked me if I wanted it. So I said, sure, I'll take it. So I get it, the controller was bad in it, and of course the battery was bad in it. Well, that's the money right there. So basically, I got a new controller off of Amazon for $22. I bought these battery adapters off of Amazon. I think they were around $6-7 a piece. So we just put our tool batteries in there, and that's our little workhorse.
Yeah, this thing is squirrely too. I mean, it's real nimble. And Bob! Isn't this hallway amazing? Or isn't this alley, or I don't know what you call this bay, isn't it awesome? Empty and clean. Makes me smile every time I walk back in here. And it's gonna be more empty and clean in a few days.
Got the grinder.
You're having too much fun, man.
Yeah.
So he just went and picked up the grinder because we pulled two nails out and both of them popped mortar out. So we decided just to get the grinder and cut those nails off right at the surface level. But they gotta go because they're a hazard, just sticking out all jagged like.
So when I was building the studio, that was saving me hundreds and hundreds of steps a day, because every time I'd start working, I'd end up needing something in the tool room. So I put a lot of miles on that thing.
Wow. It's awesome that you rigged up to work on Ryobi batteries.
Well, that was the only thing I could think of, something that we had that we didn't have to buy.
Wow. I'm almost scared of it because you get going and like if you turn the handlebar very much, it's gonna go wherever you turn it on a dime.
Well, this is more like a bicycle. You don't really turn.
Yeah.
It's more leaning.
Okay.
Yeah.
With momentum,
Yeah.
forward motion. Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty comfortable on it. I wasn't at first so much, but.
All right. Yeah, it's coming along real nice. Real nice like.
It looks real nice.
Yeah, it's real
You
nice.
look real nice.
So they're dropping a dumpster so we can throw all the metal that we can find on volunteer day. And we won't have to do 20 trips to the scrapyard. That's something that's been commented a lot. You know, they'll drop a big hopper that you can throw stuff in, but they also like charge for that. Yeah, they charge.
They do, but you know, we're so used to doing things the hard way. I kind of hate to change it at this stage of the game. You know, doing things the easy way just doesn't seem right anymore.
We can do this whole thing the hard way.
Yeah, yeah. There's the easy way and then there's our way.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we didn't take this whole door jamb out because we weren't up for that amount of work, but we did get it completely stripped and we've run the sander across it. So you can see all the paint down in the recesses or whatever, but it is slick. It's super slick and it's gonna paint with hopefully without showing any kind of texturing or whatever. We spent quite a bit of time sanding and hopefully it's gonna look great. I took all the hardware off. I was gonna try to leave it on. Bob mentioned that, hey, those are brass and we could probably polish those up real shiny. So went ahead and took those out and gonna get those cleaned up and it's coming together. Sometimes I still can't believe I'm even doing this. Learning something every day. Okay, let's check this out. Yeah, this is a big dumpster. We can definitely get a lot of metal in that. That's super convenient. We thought about having them park right under the fire escape door. But there's all of this stuff. There's the trailer. He wasn't able to get the truck back in here. So this was the second best option. So I'm just gonna go around picking up all these little piles, get them thrown in here. See how much we can fill it out with the stuff we just got staged. Seeing as all we did is just a little bit here behind the building, I think we're gonna need more than this dumpster.
Yeah, that shelf needs to be busted out, doesn't it?
It needs to be like pressed down or
Yeah.
whatever. Well, there's our first 5 minutes. Bob, don't be mad at me.
Uh-oh, what did you do?
I'm pulling a few things out that I just think will be cool accents once we start doing industrial.
What am I gonna do
We
with
can get a
you?
40. Look at that. That's a 45 for pipe threaded.
What am I gonna do with you? Actually, that's electrical. See the
Yeah. That thing's just cool. I mean, I can make something. Even a handrail will give 45 for an industrial handrail. Hey, from all of this down to just this, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, but we got a whole building to go, so we don't know what. This could multiply as we go.
It could multiply. Oh, man.
I'm gonna run this back.
So somebody dumped this in here. I got to figure out how to get that into the...
Oh, Lord.
I guess we just stick it up by the dumpster and just try to dump it in, yeah?
I guess.
Anything that a magnet doesn't stick to, I'm throwing over there in the corner.
Yeah, this is aluminium.
And there was some stainless steel and stuff in there, so... Whoa. I've been surprised at the amount that like a truck full of aluminum will bring if you take it over there.
This.
Think so? Okay.
Hang on, I gotta get closer. How come I got the inside with all the trash? Is that an accident?
Okay, so really exciting. We're getting ready to use one of those big paint sprayer things, and I've never done anything like that. So it's going to be really interesting learning opportunity for me. So the only thing is we've got to like tape off all the windows and all that stuff. And as usual, the building provides, we've got all this like vintage wallpaper, just like boxes and boxes of it. And the stuff that was more interesting and unique, we put in the auction, but there's some kind of like, you know, nothing special type stuff that we're gonna cut up and put in all of these things and tape it out so that we don't get any spill on them. So, do we have scissors, Bob, somewhere? Do you know?
I don't remember seeing any offhand.
I've got a utility blade, but... Okay, so we decided that these were the textured windows. They had like dimpled glass, little floral pattern kind of engraved on them. So we covered those. All the other ones are just clean slate glass, which we'll be able to get off with a razor blade later because it takes a long time to do each one of those windows. And there's so many of them that we're gambling on the fact that it's easier just to do it with the razor blade afterwards than actually go in and trim all that out. So for the most part, I think we're ready. I've never seen this done before.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever rolled paint?
Yeah, roll paint.
Then you're gonna like this a lot better.
Okay. So we have like 100 rolls upstairs of this. It's not wallpaper. They put it on the walls of, it is wallpaper, but not, it's more industrial stuff that they would put on the walls in motels. And we have just like pallets and pallets of it. This is like a really soft, pretty pink. Perfect for drop cloth. Yeah, we actually ended up giving a couple pallets away because there's so much of it upstairs. But I was just telling Bob that I really like it because it's incredibly durable. It cuts with like really easily. It's got kind of that stain resistant quality to it, yeah?
Yeah, it definitely feels durable. I mean, that's some strong stuff.
Yeah, and when we gave some away at the sale, he just wanted it for collecting oil under his car in the garage, so it'd be pretty good stuff for that.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, da, 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 da. Da, da. Da, 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 da.
Is there a hood up? There's no hood on this thing.
Let it flash off though.
This place is just, it's kind of incredible to see it come back to life. We put beadboard veneer, which hopefully matches the original beadboard because there was a little bit of termite damage and stuff, but we put veneer up, we did all the trim around the doors, and I learned how to use a spray gun. And you'll see that in an upcoming video. Bob is currently making some industrial lighting that will hang here, and you'll be able to see it from the street through this window, or see it through this window here. You guys know that we've made a lot of progress in this room, and it just keeps looking better and better and better.